Brothers, I want to talk about volunteerism again, and it's how powerful it is, how important it is. Volunteerism. You know, volunteerism is the only thing that's going to get us out of the situation we find ourselves in. The great thing about it is that nobody is doing it. Nobody is doing it. This is coming from us. Imagine what happens when you lead communities based on volunteerism. Imagine how much competition you could knock out of your way with volunteers. Like, let's say a company. Let's say there's a company, and they know that you brothers are on point. They know that you brothers are gonna get the job done. They know you brothers are organized, and they know that you can flip a house quickly. They know that you can get in there and do the job, and you get in and out quickly. Just imagine that. Do you not think that somebody is gonna say, hey, there's a group of volunteers over here? I mean, that means that instead of going to some other group of people and paying them an astronomical amount of money, I could go to these volunteers. I'm going to get better work, and also I'm supporting this community. I'm supporting this people. Even if people aren't looking at it from a support standpoint, they're probably looking at it from a standpoint of where they're saving a lot of money. They're saving a shit ton of money, because since we have a network of volunteers, we could lower the price on these jobs. While some people may be upset about that, other people are gonna be like, well, I'm gonna exploit this to my benefit. One, when you have volunteers, y'all could start doing things faster. Y'all can start doing things quicker. Y'all can start pre-building and prefabricating things before they actually go up. When you have a network of volunteers, you can also when one team is on a break, you have another team who is still working. They're going back in there. One team is on break, another team is on board. The work never stops. You're with the brothers, you're organized, you're not in no trouble, you're not on any drugs, you're not on any criminal activity, you all have the same shirts on, you look like you're about business, you look like a real company, and you're doing your thing. Volunteerism is important because, not only from a economic standpoint, but also from a standpoint of where no one else is doing it. No one else is doing it. I mean, people volunteer all the time. They work at soup kitchens and they do things like that. My brother was at the soup kitchen the other day working. So, I need to volunteer more, but I am volunteering right now. I'm volunteering by putting out these videos, you know, putting black men up on my perspective on the situations we find ourselves in, you know, and trying to help black men move forward, even building a platform for them to run on. A platform. That's your own economy. That's your economy, black man. What are you gonna do when someone builds an economy for you? Are you gonna sit around and make excuses, or are you gonna run with it? You know? That's the question, man. You know, volunteerism is the only thing that's gonna get you out of this situation. You brothers can do amazing things. I'm not saying that the things you're gonna be doing are gonna be easy, but you know, you're gonna have that camaraderie. You're gonna be able to look back at that on that one day, you know. Just like they had all these movements, you have your own movement. You're a part of a very important movement, a very important group of men. You know, men who started something. Men who started something. You a part of that. Don't you? I mean, I know you want to be part of something great, something more. You know, I know you are those men of reform. You know, hard work, hard work. Volunteerism is also going to help you build. It's going to help us build that it's going to help you build the kind of support in the community that money can't buy. I think they call that social capital. Social capital is more powerful than money, you know, especially with the roughshod image of the black man. We gotta have boots on the ground, you know, with the roughshod image of black men. You know, here you have a group of brothers who not only are building things in their community, they have an extensive volunteer network. What companies are going to want to take advantage of that? What companies are going to want to attach their names to that? Social capital. If you build that credibility, if you build that integrity, that authenticity, many people will want to be a part of that. They will pay you money to attach their name to that. Not that we can be bought. You know, not that we can be bought, but I'm just telling you, when you build this network, see, there's a lot of movements. There's similar movements, but volunteerism. Now, that's our thing. That's something we created. That's something we came up with. Our whole network is about volunteerism on whatever level you can volunteer on whatever level you can donate on. You're part of a group. You're helping your community. When you donate a pair of shoes, when you go out to the store and you go buy a pair of shoes for $50, those shoes go to some kid, to some mother who cannot afford it. That's social capital. You know, that's social capital. You know, when you donate some books to schools or whatever, that's social capital. Black men have to change. Before we can do anything, we have to change the image. We have to change our image, and we have to change it in a dramatic way. We need boots on the ground. We need lots of people. We don't necessarily need a lot of people, but we need a significant amount of people. We need significant numbers, when it comes to our volunteers. We have to take back our image. They say that the educated lame, the educated man has not uh, exerted himself What are you men gonna do? You know, what are you men gonna do? You better put away your ego if you come over here. I don't care what kind of degree you got. I don't care how much money that you have in your pocket. There's no ego stuff over here. You know, there's only hard work. This is social capital. You know, when you have that social capital, people come to you. You don't have to go to them. They come to you. You have the integrity. You have the credibility in your communities. People know that they can come to you. They know that you're honest. They know that you live according to a set of rules and a set of standards that are unwavering amongst your community. So they come to you. If they're going to go to any black person, they're going to come to you. If they need to hire any black people, who are they going to come to? They're going to come to you. If they need to hire anybody, who are they going to come to? You know, they're going to come to you because you have that social capital. You have that integrity. That could only be built with boots on the ground. That could only be built with hard work. You know, social capital. Someone tries to go against you, just say, you try to do something. You do something in your community. You try to build something in your community. Like say you build a community garden. We get together. We take over some lot, some abandoned lot. We and then somebody comes up and complains and say, oh well, they're growing food in this place, and if we don't know if this is legal or whatever. We don't know if they got the right permits or whatever. So they send out their minions, their code enforcement. They send out their code enforcement officers, and they make sure that you're legitimate. But what happens is you you have so much social capital that they can't touch you. Because if they go against you, they're going against the whole community. The whole community will be down at City Hall complaining. The whole community will be writing letters to their congressmen and the governors or whoever, mayors. That's what social capital gets you. Social capital is worth more than money. Social capital will get you all the money that you've ever wanted, all the money that you thought you could ever get. I mean, obviously, if people know that you have a team of volunteers, they're going to say, hey, who am I going to, we got this house over here. We got this house over here for sale. We want to get rid of this house. Who do we know that's going around the community, fixing up houses, doing their thing? They're helping out people in the community. They're buying shoes. They're giving away suits and ties to kids for job interviews. They're giving people jobs. Who the hell do you think they're gonna call? Oh, they're gonna call you. They're gonna call us. Oh, I got this house for sale over here on such and such an avenue. Okay, well we'll have somebody go take a look at it and see if it's a good deal for us. Do you think those people are going to want to give us a deal on those homes? Or what about older people who are dying and they can't find older people who might be passing away, and they don't want to give away you know all they've everything that they've worked for to their family members who ain't shit, you know who you think they're going to want to give it to? The organization who came over the house and cut their grass as part of their volunteer work, the people who was there to to help them out, to fix, I mean, to the men who came down the block and offered to cut that person's grass for nothing, for free, just because they were working on homes in that neighborhood, and they wanted to do some volunteer work, therefore they got that social capital. Who you think those people will rather give their money to? us or the family members who they can't get it, who only calls them when they need a favor, when they need something, you know? Social capital, social capital is the most powerful form and the most and the hardest to earn source of income. Social capital, volunteerism not only does it get you social and physical, political capital, any kind of capital you can think of, but you also build a network of brothers. You also get to talk with those brothers. Y'all get to talk about real things. Y'all get to talk about real things going on in your community. You know, y'all get to put your heads together. Y'all get to ignore women, cause trust me, the women are coming. The women are gonna come. If you doing something positive, you making money, you making strides in your community. These women are gonna have to straighten up and act right, right? They're gonna have, because you set the standard, didn't you? Did you not set the standard? Did you not say that these are the kinds of women that we are gonna accept, or we're not accepting any of these women? Are they not gonna straighten up and fly right? You know, because they know you can get any woman. You got social capital. You got social capital. When you can have a dinner, you can rent out a big banquet hall and have dinners for the elderly. You can do these kinds of things when you have social capital. Who you think that social capital goes a long way? Who are these politicians going to come to when they want when they're trying to get votes? They're going to come to the people who have the most social capital. The most, not that we're getting involved in any of that political nonsense, but who you think they want to come to? They want to come to the people who can move the people. You know, they want to come to people because everybody knows that politicians are full of shit. You know, excuse my language. Everybody knows that. Volunteerism is the order of the day, brothers. There's many organizations, but none of them have social capital like you have social capital. You work hard for something. You inspire people. You know, you make people want to do better. You make people want to join with you because obviously they're going to want to join with you. They're going to want to join with you because they see you got social capital. Everybody's behind you. Look at those brothers right there. Look at those brothers like right there. Those brothers are the example. I want to get behind those brothers. You know, I want to get behind those brothers. You know, social capital, brothers. We got the volunteer, brothers. We got to, our volunteer network got to be. I mean, we got to be on the 5 steps in the moral code as well, because we setting the standard. We setting the standard. And if brothers see part of making those rules and those part of making those rules so strict is that you keep certain individuals away from you. You keep certain people out of your community. That's why you make those rules so strict. Because a lot of men are not going to want to do those things. And that means more opportunity for you, more social capital for you in your community. You know, we want chapters everywhere. We want brothers ready to hit the ground running. We need to get a hold of these children. We need to get a hold of these kids. They will carry on. They will carry on the method. We are watching them. We are keeping them out of trouble. We have vans that are driving them places. We're watching them. We're dropping them off at home. We're giving them a place to go so they're not out here running the streets. We're giving them community centers. We're providing an alternative. I'm not saying we're going to the ghetto in the middle of the ghetto. We're not going to the ghetto. you know, unless the brothers decide that that's what they want to do. But I have no interest in fixing up the dungeon unless it's to the benefit of the brothers. Unless it's to the benefit of the brothers. You know, we are an economic organization as well. Our organization is economic, group economic, group economic organization, you know, with a network of volunteers that build massive amounts of social capital. Social capital. You have nothing to fear, brothers. Stick together. Stick together. Be organized. Have the same, just like a company, just like just like any company who comes out, they come out to your house. They have the same uniforms on. They look like they're about business. You know, be about business. Who cares? Who cares? These people ain't gonna even know what you're doing. They're gonna be like, oh, some white person owns that company, because black people, ain't no way black people are that organized. Some white person owns that company. So they're okay to do business with, because I know some white person's behind that group. Some white man gotta be behind them, you know. Anyway, brothers, on that note, I wanna say peace. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you think. Get on the 5 steps. Adopt the moral code.